What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Siba, dooba, scuba, dooba, looba-da-doo. We do what we want, we do when we want, we do whatever we want, whenever we want, we're gonna do it.
Jason is in a new. Are you medicated?
I am a walking pharmacy, my friends.
Now, Jason, before the show kicked off, the man behind the levers, Owl Borland, he checked in. He said, Jason, I know you've been under the weather. Are you sure that you want to handle the scat intro? And you were very boisterous that it was not going to be a problem.
Oh, and it wasn't.
That was a problem. Look, this sounds like a problem.
Yeah, this is going to be a problem all episode. Look, if you or someone you know has
emphysema,
black lung,
or any of the diseases of the insides,
the respiratory system,
anywhere inside.
Okay,
you could come give me a smooch. I have all the medication inside coursing through my body.
Now, from what I understand, last week you went down to the coal mine. You did a full day's work while smoking. Kids do not smoke.
We don't recommend smoking. I watched all of the canaries die.
Around
I stayed there for days.
No, wait. I thought that they hired you to be the canary.
Well, yeah, but
you're just like a giant.
I just kept going. Everybody else down there is gone. But I walked out and said, "Nice try."
You can't kill me no matter who you are.
It's going to be a very special episode of the show.
Very phlegmy show.
We're excited to be here with you. We have Would You Rather on today's Spitballers. We have That's a Great Question. We have a very interesting draft, one that I cannot prepare for in any way, shape, or form. So it's just going to – my genius will just come to me on the fly.
Yeah, I've prepared my entire life for this.
Really?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay. Well, you can follow the show at SpitballersPod on Twitter. SpitballersPod.com is the website. Appreciate everybody who is leaving us a beautiful review on Apple Podcasts, subscribing, listening on the Reg. Here's a review.
Reviewosaurus Rex.
This one comes in from the Mike that reads. Mondays now rule 5 stars. If you told me that in my early 30s I would be waiting every Monday to listen to 3 men scat, I would have called you a madman. Well, call me crazy, because this podcast is an absolute banger.
Banger.
Boots the size of a continent, butt cheeks, scissors, and coffins filled with cheese. I don't think it's unfair to say that this podcast is the single greatest thing in the currently cataloged universe. Keep it up, fellas. I didn't read the last.
Yeah, I was waiting for the last line.
The Mike that reads, thank you so much for listening to the show, supporting the show, leaving the review. However, it was going great, but then we got to the end, and he pulled the punch.
You don't like that he left room for there to be something greater in this world than this podcast?
Cataloged universe.
Yeah, right. There's a lot we don't know, Mike. There could be a podcast better than ours.
Could there?
I feel like Mike.
That's true.
The Mike that reads could have taken the shot.
Yeah.
That we're still, like, even if there are other things.
Yeah, but how dumb would he feel when the uncatalogued podcast comes out?
We'll all be dead by then.
Really?
Yeah.
Probably.
Or we'll be computers and never die.
We're still thankful for the review, though, right?
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Would you rather?
All right, this one comes in from Reddit. Would you rather have the ability to see other people's farts?
Oh, no.
Or smell other people's thoughts?
What do thoughts smell?
How do you smell a thought?
What?
You should...
let me tell you something. Let me tell you right now. You do not want to smell my thoughts. I promise.
Wait, you went from not knowing what a thought smells like to realizing your thoughts would be really smelly?
All I know is that if you could smell my thoughts...
I don't know if you know what you're saying right now, Jason.
You're already dead.
Because if I can smell your thoughts and it's bad, that would infer that you have a very dirty mind.
Literally.
Because dirty thoughts are going to smell bad.
They're
going to stink.
So you're interpreting it as the type of thought would be then translated to a smell, as opposed to you just need to think about things that smell.
So you're saying if
I thought maybe he thought about poop a lot.
No, if he's thinking other
I think
things,
what Mike is saying is
unclean.
If there is a like the Mom Weasley character, this wonderful, just bubbly, always taking care of it. Her thoughts probably smell like apple pies, is what you're saying.
Yeah. If you're having good thoughts, like, oh, I'm happy today, maybe it smells like, it's clean mountain air.
It's just a weird question.
I will
Welcome
agree.
to our show, Andy.
If I know, but if you can smell other people's
This was the
farts,
one?
if you can see other people's farts,
That
I
would
can
be-
visualize that.
that'd be
As
great.
like a green stink coming out or something like that.
It would be fabulous.
Well,
to just
would it?
Oh, certainly.
Oh, yeah,
that'd be great.
How
Because
long does it linger?
That's a
Do you get like a
superpower.
purple haze lingers around the buttocks?
And because we're all guilty of.
The sneak attack.
You've all been in a situation where you gotta, as Jason would do, spread them so he can go just leak the silent SBD out. I mean, you just had no choice. You don't have a gas X around. But if you could look that person in the eyes and say, "I know what you just did. I can see it."
Here's the thing.
It would be fabulous.
We have evidence of. I mean, just if you want to enjoy a little while, go to YouTube and look for farts on thermal cams, and you could see people.
Now,
That's how I'm viewing this situation.
I have been told by do your kids watch Brainchild at all?
No,
So
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
So it's a Netflix show. So imagine like a modern day Bill Nye. Like it's a
yeah,
science.
they do watch that. I remember it now.
It's a great show. Like my kids are learning a ton of that, and they were doing a whole segment on temperature and how you can see it. And they said that the old Tootski on the thermal said that's BS.
No, that
Yeah.
can't be.
They
BS.
said it's not hot enough to register.
They've never seen my farts.
Well, I've also
Now
Yes.
the truth comes out.
My
My
thoughts are
farts
stinky.
are the hottest.
They are the hottest. I run hot. Here's the thing.
that means you're not eating well.
I have seen. There's no way that all of these. Like, I'm sure that there are some fake thermal fart videos, but there are videos that there's no way I believe that those are fake. There's just the whole body posture getting caught on camera. I don't believe it. I choose to believe.
You can choose not to believe it.
Thank you.
That's fine.
But the way that I think my thoughts are
How they smell.
stank is not because of just the content of my thoughts. Like, oh, I've got this dirty mind.
Right.
But like the process of my thoughts aren't a clean through line. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like my thoughts go through a car accident or two before coming out. And so it's like the decay of the bodies is what you're smelling from my mind thoughts.
Okay.
That
I'm
makes
following.
sense.
What
That
does
makes sense, right?
What does a spider nightmare smell like?
Oh, that's a great question. What would that smell like?
Fear?
I think sulfur, fear.
Sulfur.
You would-
Sulfur.
But don't they
Can you smell heat?
I don't know.
Is that-
They say they say animals can smell fear. I mean, so is that like the pheromones? I mean, or was that kind of what it would turn into? Is you can smell that people are emitting things?
I don't think I would ever be able to smell a spider and know what I'm smelling. There's no way. It doesn't have
Well, the
a smell.
spider's not full of fear, so that
No.
makes sense.
Yeah, the spiders fear nothing. They're machines.
They fear birds.
So-
I think they're really not big fans of birds.
That's an excellent point.
To answer this question, I would love to have the superpower to see other people's farts. It's going to protect me. I'm going to get out the way. I know
Right.
when someone's trying to sneak in here as silent but deadly, I'm out of here. I can accuse people when they should be accused, thinking they're going to get away with something.
You can accuse when people aren't even in the wrong. Because now once you have proved to the world that you are the fart seer,
Oh, yeah, and they know that you know what you're talking
now
about.
you can just shame people whenever you feel like it.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Which means I'm going to fart. and then I blame it on someone else, and they know I'm right.
It's the perfect excuse.
Yeah, sign
right.
me up. I can see everyone's farts.
Josiah from Patreon, one of our Spitwad supporters.
Thank you, Josiah.
Would you rather have a personal chef, masseuse, or maid?
Oh, my word. This is, I mean, like, I really desperately want these three things.
Yes, but you can only have one.
Holy moly. That is tough. So a personal chef, that means I eat well, I probably lose weight, it's healthy. You know, home cooking is just healthier.
Would you grow to resent that person, though? And a personal chef, you can make them cook whatever you want. Do you really think?
I think even if I ask for bad things, they're better than when you go out to restaurants.
No.
Yeah.
You're not going to do yourself any favor saying, yeah, bring me another tiramisu. I'm glad it's homemade. I'm going to be fine. You're not. The line here, you go, hey, I want some baked mac and cheese.
Ooh,
And
I do.
some crispy chicken. That's what you're going to say, first of all. And second of all, it's not going to be any healthier than ordering it at a restaurant
My point,
other than fast food.
My point is more like, okay, if I'm ordering tiramisu all the time, yes, that's not good. But if I order
told me a story about ordering the only time in your life you've ever had unlimited food at your disposal. You ordered 12 to 14 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches
oh, so good.
on that cruise because you having all power of food creation. I'm just saying it's dangerous.
This is why cruises are the best, because you don't pay for food, room service is free. Like, hello, it's midnight. I'd like 12 peanut butter and jelly
and you
sandwiches.
did that.
You're darn right I did, and I'm proud of it.
Did they say, well, this is the first?
They wouldn't look me in the eyes or speak to me, so I have no idea. But my point is, if I say I want a burger, I'm going to get a healthier burger made from a personal home chef than if I order a burger from a restaurant. Like, I assume they're getting good quality meat. The buns aren't just manufactured at the lowest possible price to, for the restaurant's profits. That's what I'm talking. Like, the ingredients are better. You disagree?
I disagree a bit, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, yes, at the end of the day, maybe you have a slightly microscopically nutritionally better bacon burger, but it's still going to be a bacon burger. The masseuse, how many hours a day can you get a massage? I mean, that's the real question there.
Minimum 2.
Right. So
no,
I'm saying I would that's saying I'm going to lose time because I will avail myself of a minimum of 2 hours.
That is losing nothing. You are gaining.
But like the personal chef and the maid, you're technically gaining hours. You're never cooking food.
That's
and
fair.
with the maid, you're never cleaning.
Yes,
So
you're
With the
gaining-
masseuse, you're losing.
The masseuse, you're gaining the feeling of a massage. But if it's at your disposal, do those 2 hours turn into 3 hours? Turn into 5 hours?
No,
Are
not
you
5.
no
That's
longer a
Do you start
useful
getting
functional
sick? Do you
part
start
of
getting sick of it? Like, look, I know I see
Not
your
bloody
eyebrows
likely.
furrowing. I love a professional massage. Love it. The best thing in the world. But if I got 2 hours of massage every single day, and I'm a busy man, I got a life to live, and then it's like, oh man, I got to fit in this massage, would I start getting sick of the massage? Maybe it's 3 weeks, maybe it's 3 months, but eventually it's like, once it's regular, like I'm not going to get sick of oh man, all my laundry's always done. Just dang it.
So you're telling me 9 p.m. rolls around. You're like, time for a massage before I go to sleep. You're going to get sick of that?
No, late at night.
And that's just one of the options because there are also the other hours in the day to get a massage.
I'm OCD enough to where I think a maid working full-time at keeping things perfect, it might be my pick. I think that might
It would
end
be
up being
great.
the pick.
It's very selfless. I feel like as the father of your house, like taking a chef or a maid, it helps the entire house. The masseuse, if it's only for me, I'm helping no one else.
That's where the guilt. If you have a personal masseuse and it's just yours,
Yeah, but they work out the guilt like knots in your
yeah,
back.
Yeah,
the
honey, go ahead and I'll see you in a couple hours.
The masseuse would work for everyone, right? The maid's not just like cleaning my stuff. So the masseuse wouldn't be
No,
just like,
No, I think it's personal.
Yeah.
it's not fair to be like,
It's a personal chef or a personal maid or a personal masseuse.
It's
okay,
the
so this
timing.
maid only does my laundry.
No.
No, but it's
that's
your
why it's not
house.
a
It's
fair-
yours. It's your house, your laundry. Whereas, like,
Well, I will give some of my personal masseuse time to my wife.
Sure, you could do that.
all right.
But on that day, you don't get a massage.
Well, I'm asking for 4 hours of massage that day. 2 hours of my massage time goes to my wife. I'm taking
final
the masseuse.
answers.
I'm all selfish here. Give me the masseuse.
We're both
I'll
on the
take
masseuse.
the maid. All right, the Lizard King wrote in from the website. Would you rather have to
Oh,
scream,
cold-blooded.
I'm going poopy at the top of your lungs every time you poop, or have to congratulate and shake hands with everyone else as soon as they've completed their number 2?
As soon as they've completed,
I think
Are you,
as soon as
first
they
of all, this is 2/3 of the Would You Rathers are poop or fart related. Borland, what's on your mind, my man?
I'm telling you,
Are your thoughts smelling a little bit worse than ours today?
more than 2/3 of the people that write into this show are suggesting poop humor.
Look, I'm
so
drinking
I
it.
try to
These
filter
are the
it
big
out,
Would
man,
You
but
Rather questions.
I'm
You
drinking
can't
a
just keep
Yoo-hoo.
it to one.
what's great about that is we've always, had a little bit of self-consciousness of like, do we delve into the poop jokes a little bit too much on this show? Apparently not.
Not enough,
This is what the
apparently.
people want.
So
But
you're
we will
screaming.
go ahead and assume for this case that you're shaking hands with them once they've exited the restroom.
Yeah, but you're there to
Okay.
congratulate them with a
So-
firm handshake.
Post hand wash.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is not me
They
at the
walk- we
We
stall.
don't
Clearly,
know
Mike
that
is-
everybody washes their hands after they poop.
This is when they leave the restroom.
That's a good point. That's a good. So I don't know if they're clean or not.
Clearly, Mike is obsessed with the germ factor of this question.
Yeah, well,
Because I'm
certainly.
thinking more about,
That was the first thought that came through my head too. You have to shake hands with someone right after they're done pooping. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
you can't wash your hands after that situation?
No, that's fair. But now I'm saying I've got to wash my hands
Right.
after every time anybody poops.
Well, yeah, after you congratulated them. Look, I don't do a lot of public pooping. I'm embarrassed to say so. Maybe some of you are more proud of your public pooping record. I don't do a lot of public pooping. Therefore, me yelling around my house, I'm going poopy, as loud as I can, really doesn't concern me at all, unless we had a guest, in which case that would be a problem.
If I could never public poop,
I have to go to the bathroom that's very far away from everyone.
Right.
I would love that. I hate public pooping.
It's nobody enjoys
Talking about
it.
P squared?
Yeah,
nobody.
It's the worst. You don't want to. I don't know who's
You're like,
been there.
this seat is warm.
There's-
Oh no.
There's no Charmin Ultra Soft,
No,
which
it's-
is the only acceptable toilet paper. Not a sponsor.
One ply.
Could be. Charmin, reach out.
Mike and I were caught in a real public pooping situation once,
Oh my goodness, we were.
and it was a big restroom, and we both knew what each other had to take care
oh
of,
no!
and we were like,
Wait, you're telling me you both had to go number 2?
Yes.
In the
and
same
there was,
public restroom.
there was
Yes.
no one else in the restroom.
This is a bonding moment.
There was no one else in there, and I believe we were in stalls as far apart from each other as they could be.
But there was only 2.
But there were was there?
Yes, there was no. Here's what you're not remembering.
I'm certainly
about
not
this.
remembering all of it. In my mind,
Now,
I've distanced myself
Where
from
was
you.
this?
This was on
On
one
the
of-
road, man.
One of our trips.
Hotel.
So we go in, and the way that these bathrooms are positioned, it seems like okay, it's going to be okay. It's strange, but look, everyone, when you got to go, you got to go, and you seem like you're positioned far enough away.
Oh man!
And so it's the one regular stall, and then the larger handy-capable stall. Except the handy-capable stall has positioned their toilet right next to
Oh, no.
the other stall.
Oh.
And this was I don't remember.
I remember now. You played music, didn't you?
I don't remember what was going on with this bathroom. Like if there was just no insulation or whatever, but the acoustics in this bathroom, like
was a
it was an
problem.
opera house. Like
Yeah.
you could have put a maestro in there.
Masterful design.
and
One fart would go a long way in that room. That's
Yes.
all we're saying.
And so it was so awkward.
Did you guys hold hands under
No.
the?
We could have.
Mike put music on his phone.
Wow.
He started playing music.
How have I not heard this story?
I don't know.
How did you not immediately come out?
I think we walked
of
out
the restroom
and never
say,
spoke of it again.
"Jason, we have to tell you what just happened."
So in that situation, if side by side, I'm
I'm
going
poopy.
I will go with the I'm going poopy one. That will be my official
Yeah, I'm
vote.
not shaking those hands.
I will make it unanimous. Get your dirty, grubby hands away
Yeah.
from me.
That's a great question.
You got to come up with a playlist, Mike, for those situations. Like 5 or 6 songs.
Emergency bathroom playlist.
With some very underlying, themes.
It's going to need a lot of low end.
Yeah. Because there was a lot that day. Joseph from the website writes in, Al Borland has decided to leave the podcast
Oh, no.
Thank goodness.
to
Oh,
focus on his true love, organic soap making. Well, I didn't know that about you, Al.
Neither did I.
Now the 3 of you must pick up the slack and do the show prep, social media, technical production work. How will you split up the work and keep the show on the air and thriving?
this is easy. This is super duper easy because we do this. We've done this.
Yeah,
This
we
is how
don't do
started.
this so much.
That's true. We don't do this. We've done this.
What people may not realize about a podcast is even though we live our lives, like we pay our mortgages from now the podcast or other one, the Fantasy Footballers, you don't just get there overnight. You can't just hire a full staff and say, we're in the bills because we're making a podcast.
Yeah, we
so
used to
this
do it
is
all.
what we had to do.
I would make the show doc for the show.
Yes.
I made the first, when we first started, I did all the show prep stuff. Mike, you're the audio engineer.
Yep.
Mike would edit all of the audio each and every day right after we're done. And we have always treated these shows, in case you're curious, maybe this is a peering into our process. We haven't taken advantage of the podcasting universe where like a lot of people go out and they turn on the microphones and they do this really long thing and then there's a ton of like massive editing. Like we've treated it like it's a live show always. Have we ever stopped, Borland, a Spitballers podcast that you can remember?
No, I don't think so.
65 episodes in. So we treat it like a live show. But Mike would go in and do audio editing. I would do all the video processing and video editing, and we'd put it up, and then we'd get started on the next day. So, social media, it was kind of shared. We all did social media stuff, made graphics. Jason would do website. I'd do the website itself. Jason would do the website posting.
Oh, you used to do the pictures.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
They were beautiful.
And you would ask me from your cloffice, which was your closet office.
Yep. We took the door off the closet,
Yeah.
put a desk in there.
And you would say, hey, do you like this picture or this picture? Mm-hmm. And we'd look at it and we'd get it up for the new post. So,
It's called crowdsourcing.
and then no, it's not actually.
You were the crowd. I sourced you.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, I was going to say it's more like we did it as opposed to crowdsourcing. But either way, eventually we became successful enough to hire somebody to do it at a much lower quality level, but do all of it.
I mean,
Yeah.
now you have show docs that are just garbage.
Mediocre. Well,
Just
everything's at like
A lot
an
of poop.
A lot of poop.
Assume everything we did was 10 out of 10, right?
Right. Of course I do.
So then what's half of that minus a little bit? Like
It'd be 4.
Okay, so
So it's a 4 out of 10.
so we get like 4 out of 10 right now on everything, but we don't have to do it.
But in fairness, a 4 out of 10 for Owl is like an 8 out of 10.
Right, because he's playing with a different deck.
Right.
Mike's
I
just
didn't-
taking it all in.
I didn't follow anything.
Oh, really? Are you distracted over there?
I was.
So Akira has a question for us, Mike. Are you in on this one?
I'm back.
If you could erase your memory and watch a TV show or movie for the first time again, what would it be? So your first experience of going through something.
Wow.
That's such a great question.
That is. I mean, you have twist movie endings, right,
Yeah.
that you can't see again. You think of like The Sixth Sense.
Right.
Right? Not my answer.
Spoiler alert.
There's a twist.
He's a dead man.
Okay, there it is.
The statute of limitation is passed on The Sixth
That doesn't
Sense.
necessitate a spoiling, though.
Well, I spoiled it. Erase your memory, watch it again.
Yeah, for your first time. See, it's hard because there are shows like, let's say you say The Office, okay? You erase your memory. That's got such a long duration compared to a movie or even like a dramatic series. Like, if you could get 10 seasons of a sitcom, 20 episodes a season.
You have to take a TV show
I
over
feel
a
like
movie.
that.
There's no way you could be like,
I'm trying to think of a movie. Like
That
there's
blew
the
your
show.
mind. Like Braveheart the first time, Jay.
I mean, but the rewatchability is so good. I don't need to have my.
And then you have dramatic series like Breaking Bad the first time through was amazing. Game of Thrones.
See, it's
You know,
really
could be up
hard for
there.
me to not say Thrones. Oh, but if they erase my memory and I go back and I watch Game of Thrones again, is it possible that like your friends just tell you that the final season never existed. And it was just like the show's done.
How
So
dare
now
you?
you're trying to fix a situation.
The final season is fine. Other than
let's
one
digress.
problem. Okay, I
Let's
think
digress.
we have.
I will go into digress to the question, Jason.
Okay, we'll get back.
We'll get him
Someone buy him a
crowdsourcing
dictionary.
and digression. You don't know what words mean.
I know
That's
what
the problem.
I know what digress means.
No, you don't.
It means to leave the topic you're talking about.
No, it means
We had digressed to a different topic. Now you wanted to get back to the question.
it's to digress from the distraction back to the main focus.
That's not what digress means.
It does.
Leave the main subject temporarily.
Oh, boom. Oh, boom. To leave the main subject.
I believe that's what Jason was saying.
Yes, we don't digress back to the main subject.
Let me digress to this question here
Okay.
before I'm proven entirely wrong. So you're 1 for 2. That's fine. If you could erase your memory and watch a show, which one would it be? I think I'm just going to throw – I think I'd go Seinfeld. That's a lot of
Here's-
episodes, 150-something
It is,
episodes.
but if you wipe your memory right now,
It was so funny.
yes.
Oh, because of the
It
agedness?
was.
No, I just
But
talked –
that show looks so old.
But you're wrong. I just talked to a young 20s couple that's going through it for the first time, and I tried to make excuses for the show, like season 1, season 2 is a little dated. And they're like, no, we didn't think that. We thought it all lasted. So I think it would work.
I haven't seen it.
Interesting.
I am you. I have my mind
It's
wiped
so
from
wrong.
Seinfeld, so I could go watch it and see if it holds up.
You should do that. Come back to
I
me when you're
won't.
done.
This is a science experiment.
What I want to say
Why
is
wouldn't you?
because
It's
it
like-
looks
It's a great show.
it's too old.
It's not, though.
But
I just told you it wasn't.
it yeah, but
He
you don't
talks to
think
one person.
You don't think MASH is too old.
Sure I do. MASH is too old.
Look, if you go back to the early Seinfelds, it looks super dated. Super dated.
They definitely use, phones with cords and things like that.
And just look how they're dressed.
Yeah, but that doesn't change the humor of it.
No.
None of their jokes are dated, is my point.
That's-
None of the jokes in the show are dated. The clothing is dated, but the jokes aren't dated.
That's impressive because comedy changes. Comedy evolves.
does,
You look
yeah.
at a movie that was funny
It's just
20 years
observational
ago.
comedy.
It's not funny anymore. If their funny holds up, that's impressive. I would say Battlestar Galactica. It's the best show that's ever been made.
You've really dug in on that in recent years, too. Like, you feel like that's a badge of your honor.
It's-
Like, I don't feel like you thought this strongly 5 years ago when you actually finished it.
How have you not
I
been
did.
to like ComicCon?
Uh,
Just fully cosplayed
Or
out.
outer space.
I mean, just because I like one show,
Yeah,
as
but
like
but
you
you
like
don't,
it
you don't
so
just like
much.
it. Like
but Comic-Con is not like a Battlestar Galactica conference.
okay, why
It
haven't you been to a
basically- It basically is.
Galacticon?
BSG
It's gotta
forever.
exist.
Let's put it this way. The way you feel about Battlestar Galactica, the people that you want to hang out with are at Comic-Con because they
Okay.
feel the same way you do.
My people, I'm coming.
And how are you not all geeked out in Adama gear?
I'm the Admiral.
Yeah,
With this voice? Are you kidding?
it's not bad. All right, Mike, do you have a vote?
It's Thrones.
All right, Robin from Twitter, what is something that you have recently realized and are embarrassed you didn't realize earlier in life? AKA, now this, did
I'm
this
not
happen?
embarrassed by this.
When did this happen now? Because I'm losing my...
This officially happened on our SiriusXM radio show.
Wheelbarrow versus
Yes.
Wheelbarrow.
So I was talking about a wheelbarrow, and someone pointed out that they swear I said wheelbarrow, and I said, well, of course I did, because that's the word. It's a wheelbarrow. And then it's like, no, it's a wheelbarrow. And I'm like, well, what's a barrow? I know what a barrel is. I barrel down the pavement with my wheelbarrow, barreling down. And apparently, the word is wheelbarrow. And I'm not alone here.
No, I was right there with you.
The only big thing you're alone in is that it's not a real word.
Okay, that's fair.
But we
are
took a poll and there were other people mistaken.
there's
like,
almost 40% of
mistaken,
people
like-
that did not know
yes,
it was
of
wheelbarrow.
your followers.
Which we share a lot of the same followers.
I'm not saying we don't, but I am saying it's a different proportion of people that think wheelbarrow is a word. Now, Al Borland and I have always understood the word to be what it is, wheelbarrow. Mike was in
But
the
not the
category
word
of wheel-
digress.
I was wrong there.
Okay, so Andy, what is something you have recently
You want
realized
to know why?
that you are...
Apparently digress
Okay.
is a good one. It's funny because apparently when people say that then, they must be admitting what they've done
Right.
as they return, as opposed to coming back from it. And now I've learned something. I've grown as a person.
That's what we're here to do.
Maybe at the end of the day, I will think Battlestar Galactica is the greatest show ever made, and then my life will be
Unlikely.
What is something that you've realized recently that are embarrassed that you didn't realize earlier in life? Man, this is a tough question.
That's a tough question off the top of your head
yeah.
because it's a moment that you experience and then you move on.
It's almost a great question to be prepared for,
Almost.
right?
But,
Yeah.
But who wants to do that?
Well, we are prepared. The wheelbarrow.
Yeah, that was a
wheelbarrow.
good answer.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have anything. Like at a certain point, we're in our 30s. We're not really learning or realizing anything anymore.
Right, at all.
So when did we stop? About 29 and 3/64 of the way through. That once you hit 30, you don't realize things anymore. You just know what you know.
And
right?
I know, yes.
You've
and I know
accepted
everything.
you're never going to become unafraid of spiders.
That is such a
You
fact.
could grow as a person and totally get over that phobia.
If you thought I could grow
I do.
to get over a fear of spiders,
I do.
then you, sir, are an idiot.
Okay.
I love your
But
belief in
see,
me.
what if you realized it now, and then we're embarrassed you couldn't have realized that earlier in your life? Like, what if you found out today that you could, overcome your fear? You accepted the fact you could overcome your fear of spiders today, and tomorrow you weren't afraid. Wouldn't the preceding 36 years feel stupid?
Yes, but I have not heard of a surgery yet to
Well,
help me
it's a
overcome
Well, the
my
surgery
fear.
actually puts the spiders under the
No,
skin, so
it's
that way
face
you become.
your fear. It's a face your fear situation where like you have to lay down
Nope.
Yeah.
in a coffin.
Nope.
Right. In a coffin?
Full of
Why does he have
spiders.
to be in the coffin?
Because that's what they do on Fear
Two
Factor.
straight shows. First coffin, he had cheese all over him. Second show, he's got spiders all over
We have
him.
a problem.
Next
All right.
show it'll just be me.
You guys want to draft?
Yeah,
What, you as the coffin?
just me in the coffin.
Oh.
Well, because we've beaten him down.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right. We're drafting an animal football team, which we just learned. You are the quarterback. You get to draft one animal species that will fill out the core of your offensive position. So you need a wide receiver, running back, tight end, and an offensive line. Jason, the rules are this. You are the quarterback, so you're not drafting one, and land animals only. Yes.
Okay.
So you're playing quarterback. You need some people around you to help you out. You need to pick animals. You can't pick ocean creatures, as I would probably accidentally do. So what do you got with the first pick?
Okay.
So jealous of your first pick.
Yeah, I know. I'm so glad I get the 101. There's such a clear 101. Here's what the 101 is going to be, though. I am going to draft an ape
Okay.
for wide receiver.
All
Because
right.
I think the most important thing in a wide receiver is having hands. So I think it's going to be very difficult for you two gentlemen to catch the ball without hands. So I am taking an ape for wide receiver.
Clearly someone has never seen Air Bud Golden Retriever or Golden Receiver. I apologize.
Yeah. No, apology accepted, Mike.
Thank you.
You should draft a golden retriever.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, he's got
It's
he's got the
documented.
precedent. With my first selection in this very important draft, Jason, you took an ape. I will select an elephant. It will serve as my offensive line in this circumstance.
Okay. That's
And
good.
look, I may have some issues throwing over it.
Right.
Because I'm the quarterback, and my whole plan in my mind was to draft the giraffe to be the quarterback so he'd have a clear line of sight. But you're not getting
But
through this
instead you
elephant.
did the exact opposite.
Correct.
Where your quarterback has no line of sight, and you make Kyler Murray
This
look
is-
like a giant.
No. The obviously, clearly, the elephant will kneel during the
That'll
play.
help.
So
Mike?
you took an elephant as your O-line?
Correct.
Okay. Well, but look, great news. My 101 is still on the board, fellas. A
You
shocker.
really had one.
I do. because at the wide receiver position, I will take a cheetah.
Yeah, it was in my
I will
mind.
take the fastest land animal possible, and they will catch it with their mouth, no problem. I've seen it done. All right, and then you voiced the second pick, Andy, because my tight end position is going to be a giraffe.
That's what I wanted for my tight end.
Very nice.
I'm going with Jason's Yao Ming playing
Yes,
tight end strategy. Now I have speed, and I have also the tallest land animal.
Now, that is interesting, but you will not get the kind of downfield threat that you would want.
A giraffe's got some speed.
Yeah, he's got to get up to speed, doesn't he?
Well,
And talk about look, maybe you got him for one game, but those
Weak
legs
knees,
absorbing a hit. I'm coming back with a grizzly bear for my tight end. I want a big old grizzly bear. I want to
my
get
tight end doesn't block.
I want to get
It's
some
just pure
speed.
receiving
My
tight end.
grizzly can block. My grizzly can body you in the end zone. It's kind of got hands. We'll call them paws in this case. And we'll move down the line here. So I've got an elephant and a grizzly bear.
Okay.
This is up to you,
It's
Jay.
going well.
This is going well.
Okie dokie. Let's see here. So
So
I
you
have
still need
2 picks.
you still
Oh,
need
man.
lucky. You still need an O-line, a tight end, and a running back.
All right. Well, clearly I'm taking a rhino
Dang it.
for my O line. I mean, that's
Oh, you took him for the wrong position, you dummy.
oh shoot.
It's too late.
No, it's not too
Yes,
late.
it's too late.
No, it's I'm
No,
still
that rule is dumb. You picked.
Yep,
You picked.
that's fair.
I am
means-
going to draft.
You got a rhino on your O-line.
That's fine. I can pivot here. I'm going to draft a hippopotamus for my running back.
They're actually pretty fast.
How about that?
I think
How
I'll
about-
tell you what's not fumbling. My hippopotamus has that ball
not with that mouth.
secure in that mouth. You ain't never getting that. How are you tackling my hippopotamus? What in the world could you ever tackle a hippo with?
I wonder what kind of vision hippos have. Do they have the vision it takes that's necessary to, find a hole in the
They just have to
defensive
be able
line?
to see straight.
and
Because
just
they're just going to keep walking. And you can't tackle them. This is a refrigerator Perry situation.
All right, so you've got an ape at wide receiver, a rhino for your offensive line, a hippo at running back. I've got an elephant for my O-line, a grizzly bear at tight end, and I'm going to bring in a horse for my running back.
Oh, that's a good
All
pick.
right.
That's a good pick.
So I'm going to go horse with running back, which means that I have to figure out what? A wide receiver on the way back?
That is
No
correct.
problem.
Hope he doesn't break a leg out there. That
All
horse. It's just, don't they put horses down when they break a leg?
They
This
do.
is not the sport for a horse.
No, that's very true. All right, at my running back position, I'm going to get some speed. I'm going to get some agility. I'm going to get an animal that could throw a fierce stiff arm if need be. I'm going to take a kangaroo. I'm going to take that kangaroo. They will punch you in the face. They will also whip you with the tail.
They also kick you in the face.
They can do that as well. And then at offensive line, I just need some girth, so I'm going to take a moose. Good luck getting by those antlers,
Yeah,
sucker.
that's not bad. That's not bad.
I'm protected.
That's a nice cut block.
Yes.
The moose can get the head
Yes,
down.
We call it the cut in half block.
Yes, that'd be painful. All right, I'm a little jealous of your wide receiver, Mike. I guess I'll finish it out with I will go with a gazelle.
Air Bud.
I'll go with a gazelle.
Gazelle was my second choice.
Yeah.
For wide
Oh, for
receiver.
wide receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I want an animal that can at least compete with your cheetah for a little while. I think your cheetah may get a little tired early third quarter.
The cheetah?
Yeah, cheetahs cannot run at top speed for very long.
I
That's
don't
one of the
need-
facts about a cheetah that you don't know, Mike.
It just needs about 100 yards.
So
Like remember, didn't we just learn this last week? Didn't you bring up the fact that you could
I don't
beat-
recall this.
Oh, maybe my son taught me this. Never mind. That you can beat a cheetah in a marathon. Like a human.
oh,
a human
shoot.
can.
Wait, were we drafting a marathon team?
No. I was just saying.
Oh,
they
okay,
can-
good, because I'm drafting a wide receiver. He's fine.
All
the
right,
cheetah's
my
limitless.
team. I added the gazelle. This is
It's a good
is,
pick.
is a spectacular draft, Jason.
Well, for my tight end, my last position left, I could take something like a polar bear, but I feel like that's too similar to the grizzly bear.
the bear's gone.
Yeah, exactly. The bear's gone.
Okay.
I'm just going, like, you might want a bigger tight end, but I'm just taking the king, man.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
I mean, with this Simba,
You're taking a lion.
I am taking the king of the jungle. Give me the lion at tight end, and it doesn't even matter because all I need is the hippo at running back. Just give him the ball.
Wait a minute.
Watch him go.
We've all made a terrible mistake.
What did we forget?
How at the wide receiver position?
Nobody took an eagle?
How do you not take an eagle?
Yes, I thought about it.
How do you not?
Land animals only.
Oh, was that a rule?
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
that's why.
That's how we didn't take one. We're super smart.
No, I didn't hear that earlier. I took the ape at wide receiver because I wanted the hands.
When
and
you
then immediately afterwards, I was like, shoot, a flying animal would have been.
Well, I thought about going falcon to outspeed Mike, but, I mean, it's a bird. It's not going to catch a football very well.
See, we
Yeah,
needed,
what are you talking? What those talons?
we needed the defensive
Yeah, the
side
talons
here.
would probably get it
You
taken
would
care of.
you would never be tackled to be a
I feel
touchdown
like
every
we did
play.
need the defensive side
Because
of
it's
this
like,
draft.
who can stop my hippo? The only one would be my rhino, which I got both. It's over.
Is it weird to take a rattlesnake as your defensive end?
Yeah.
As the DN?
I would say
I don't know.
100%.
I mean, you,
No, they got
you just need one play.
yeah, and they can strike very far. So as soon as that ball is snapped, a rattlesnake is going to be right.
Good luck
there.
with your backup quarterback.
It's going right under the legs of your
Yeah.
blocker.
Thank
Rattlesnake
you.
would be an
Thank
excellent
you,
pick.
I
Mike.
promise
Thank
you,
you.
after getting bit by a rattlesnake, all of these animals can make their way to the end zone before dying. I promise.
Maybe one time.
That rattlesnake's not tackling my hippo.
Not you. You're the quarterback. Because the second the ball is snapped, the rattlesnake from the coil position will be at your throat.
That's fine. A rattlesnake on my throat, I will fumble the ball into my hippo's mouth.
So you'll score one time. That's my point. It's a whole game. All right, we don't need to draft a defense. I think we can live with Jason having an ape, rhino, hippo, lion, Mike with the cheetah wide receiver, giraffe tight end, kangaroo running back, moose O-line. I've got the elephant O-line, grizzly bear tight end, horse running back, gazelle wide receiver. Good luck in the polls, guys.
What did we learn today?
I learned that I've been somewhat misunderstanding, but possibly using correctly still on accident, the word digress.
Ah, nice.
So I thank you for teaching me, Jason.
You're welcome. I learned that Mike and Andy have had a shared poop experience
It was
where they were
I'm
poop
going
pals.
poopy.
our souls were intertwined
Yeah.
as poop pals.
Yeah.
I learned, speaking of poop, I learned our audience can't get enough of it. They want more poop jokes.
Well, we can supply what you want. Thanks for tuning in, listening to the show. We'll be back next Monday.
The spit poopers.
No.
See you next time. Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.